Sometimes when it's getting sticky, yeah.
You're a liar.
I'm not watching.
No one plays no black three formation, bro. No one plays no black three on keeper. That formation is dead. The formation is dead.
It can work, but you got to remember, we are clouded by the players that are there, bro. Once you get specialists in them areas, you actually get 2 full wing backs that are attacking. This system right now is defensive because, bro, Dalot is not a wing back. This Mazarawi is not a wing back. They're playing in positions that do not suit them, but there's no one else out there. That's
I've got you. Put them in the positions that do, man. I've got you. Do you know why it's the manager's fault? Because if this system is so player reliable, then why on earth are you not playing some of your wingers at wing back for them to be attacking minded? Because like what Rant said,
I agree.
You have gone from 2 at the back to 3 at the back, and you've gone from 4 defensive players to 6 defensive players, and you're losing anyway. You're still losing games. You literally played Kobe Mainu, your manager, this off-white Warnock. He played Kobe Mainu in the false 9 after seeing him in the 10.
That's unforgivable.
You are playing Crystal Palace, where you know they're not going to have a lot of the ball. You know they're not going to come and they're not going to go and dominate the game. But you proceed to start players like Ugarte. Ugarte is a player. He is a cardio guy. That's all he is. The second he needs to, like, when he doesn't have to think, he's great. Go run around and kick people. But when it comes to playing penetrative passes or playing through the lines, it's his head's going to explode. Yeah, he'll get a nosebleed. If he has to play forward, he's going to get a nosebleed. But you proceed to play him in a team against a team who's not going to have the ball. It is the manager. The manager is making personnel changes at the wrong times in the wrong situations. And even though we know he's a good coach with the right time, but when you play for Man United you don't have time.
Yeah.
Like look at Don. Don, you man come 12th last season. That's the worst place you've come in the last 20 years, probably. 12th is the lowest.
12th last season, bro. 6th.
No, season before.
The season before that. The worst you've come is 12th. But Potter got sacked, I think, 7-8 games before the end of the season anyway.
Yeah, he got sacked in like March.
The manager didn't even make it. I spoke with George about this. The worst Tottenham have come is 8th. The worst Man United have come is 8th, and they finished 7th under Moyes. Now, I don't see where this 6.7 point swing to get to the top half of the table is actually going to happen. And this bar of acceptance.
But we ain't finishing nobody, man. We're finishing 10th, 11th. That's where we are.
Exactly, but this is what I mean.
You're accepting it. You're accepting it.
Bro, the bar of acceptance is going lower and lower and lower and lower, bro.
But once that was always going to happen when you appointed this manager, because this manager is obviously a specialist manager in that formation. Yes. For that formation, you need specialist players. And this is where it probably comes back to the ownership and maybe Barada, whoever appointed this guy, because this manager needs a brand new squad. It's not the reactionary thing. You know, when we lose a game and you say, sell them all. It's true. It's true. He needs to get a brand new squad of players that can play that system. That 3 at the back system is a specialist system. Not a lot of managers play it. Only certain managers play it, and you need specialist players. And they don't.
He's too stubborn, man. He's too stubborn. You're not going to get 11 new players in this transfer window or the next transfer window.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
No, he has to take some blame because the United fan base are just completely giving him a clear deck on this one. Because look what happened to us. We lost 5-0 last week, playing a back 4. Nuno switches this week. He adapts. He changes it to a back 3. In that Amorim formation, we played the 3-4-2-1. We went and tongued Brighton for 7. Why isn't he adapting to the tools he has?
Because that's how he plays the system. That's how he plays football.
Do it next year. Do it next year. Get yourselves to 41 points, man, this year, and then worry about that system.
I think you blame the board. He's
not. You guys
not up to him to adapt. It's up to United, and they brought him in at the wrong point.
But I think ultimately, like you said, when he has come in, he's been brought in at the wrong point. That's fine. You can recognize that from an Ineos point of view and so on. But when he came in, he knew what he was tackling. And that's one thing that a manager has to recognize and he has to be accountable for. You be accountable for the things you can control. He can't control when he was brought in, but he can control since he's come in.
This is where
Obi, let me get it. Since he's come in, he can control what's going on with that team. as we've seen, the team's not improving. The team has literally beaten a few. He has a few wins under his belt, but in a lot of the games, same with Ange. Just what we've called out is the fact that in a lot of these games, although he's not getting the best out of the team might be rubbish. These are teams that he should be beating regardless. When you look at Crystal Palace, when you look at the team they've lost to, the Brighton at home, and maybe not Bournemouth who are in form right now, but the teams they've lost to are teams that they have better 11s than, teams that they should, especially at home, been picking up points against. There's no excuse to concede two at Crystal Palace and not have any response.
Bro, this is where I go wrong. His principle of playing football is this way. If I'm telling you now, if Amorim changes his style to suit these players, they'll throw him under the bus, and just like they've done every single manager.
This is the exact same thing that you guys have cooked Ange for doing. He's like, oh, you're going to play this high line for life. You're going to do this for life. And this is where Ange has had a lot more time. I know Ange had more time.
You know, but Saeed, though, I said this to you before, bro. Like, if you give a fucking
let Jaws land.
Yeah, just let me land. Regardless, I get what you mean about Ange. He's got a few of his players and so on. And yes, he does. So he doesn't get as much leeway as Amorim. Cool. But there is still that standard point of he's not getting the best out of a team. A manager, especially when you come into a job like this, where the team is falling fast, you need, what does Sam Allardyce do? He gets the best out of the players. He just gets the points. David Moyes, look what he's doing with Everton right now. He's come in defensively solid, and he's just learning to get points, get goals, and grind through games. Amorim, I understand he's trying to implement a style and a system, but you need to get through games. You need to manage. You need to make adaptations.
You're being too nice, George. You're being too nice. You can keep your philosophy and keep the same formation and not play Kobe Mano in the false nine. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, but that's the one.
Even away from that, they're meaty though. Even away from
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, of course. But why? Like, cool, playing Rasmus for the amount it took you this long to see that Rasmus ain't it. And then even though you've seen that Rasmus ain't it, you're playing Xerxes, you're picking and choosing when to play Xerxes. So certain players aren't even getting
him up after 30 minutes as well.
There's so many layers. That's what I'm saying.
There's too many. I'm talking about cool. I don't mind, man. I think Man United should. I think Amorim should stick to the 3-4-3. By the way, you should. I think he should stick to it. But his personnel, the personnel, he's picking for certain positions.
Bruno, for example, Bruno Fernandes.
He don't fit. Ugarte is perfect to play against Liverpool. There's a reason why Ugarte was man of the match against Liverpool. There's a reason. Because
you break it down,
you're not going to have much of the ball, and it's going to be a dirty, dogged game. So you play Ugarte in that game. You don't play him in a game where you're going to have 60-70% possession. But
the biggest thing for me, Saeed, looking at it, bro, if I'm a United fan right now, the biggest thing that I'll be concerned about, right, is when you're playing this formation, like LB said, it's a very niche specialist formation, bro, and you need guys that are athletes all over the pitch. You need the wing backs that know how to get
up. Look at your team.
In the final third. You need all of that, right? But I'll be concerned at the fact that Ineos right now, as well as your club, are in a lot of debt. So realistically, how long is it going to take to literally overhaul the squad, right? Even Bruno Fernandes, for example. Oh, Bruno Fernandes right now, he doesn't fit what you're trying to do. But he's your captain, and he just got a new contract, right?
Yeah.
So all this, he needs his own players. He needs his own players. By the time you get to a point where he can buy his own players, he might not have kicked on enough, and then he's getting sacked. And then now you're going back to
does this not beg the question? And why did they not get a manager who plays a 4-3-3 system or that sort of style? So it's easier to adapt.
But they had no clue.
That's why we said no. By the way, that's why we rejected your guy. To be honest, that's why we rejected him.
Was so
stupid. Rejected him as well.
What they did was they gave Ten Hag another extra couple of months here when they knew he went good enough. You could have prepared well, and got Amorim in the summer. Then you could have said, you know what, we're gonna get fullbacks in. At least the minimum, the key point of this system is the wing backs. The wing backs are so key. We can't push up the pitch. We can't get teams on the back foot, and that's our biggest problem. We didn't do that. We had Wan-Bissaka at the start of the season, bro. That's how bad it was. So you got to understand, broski, is that
he would have been better than what you got right now.
Well, I don't know, but you got to understand.
Would have been better.
At that point, they failed from that point. That point there was, and listen, we could talk about can he get more goals? Can we win more games? I understand that, but sometimes these things need to be exposed. Like certain men need to be exposed. The club needs to see how bad it is. And I'm willing to sacrifice that. And I know it sounds bad, but you might cook me. Because I'm willing to see these men that have been here for far too long. You
can lose games. Bro, you can lose games. Like we as a football fan base, forget who we support. As football fans, we knew it was going to get worse before it was going to get better with Amorim. Everyone knows that. We're smart guys on this panel. Do you know what I'm saying? But 5 losses in 7, 14 points in 13 games. That like it's like me saying, cool. I need to be punched 10 times in the face to know it hurts. I just need, not really. Let's be honest. You don't need to lose. You could have lost 2-3 games, 1 or 2 games. You know, I maybe drawn a couple of games on the side. And
what did he say though? What did he say?
Man are getting smoked.
What did he say? He said, you know what? We can do this here the easy way. We can play Rashford. We can play transition football. We will be back to square one in a year's time.
Correct.
Or we could do it the hard way. Rashford leaves, all these guys, we sell them and we start again, fresh, where we play the right way and we are sustainable, we are better for it. You're going to have to do it.
He's still at square one, bro. You haven't moved from square one.
But there's...
You haven't moved from square one. You're still at square one.
I get it, we've not moved from square one, but I think for me, he's seeing the mess and he's like, yo, we can go through and tackle it and ride the storm, or we can take the easy way. And he's right.
There's ways to do it, bro. I just hear you. There's like, let's just say if he was actually playing the players in their right positions and choosing the right players to play, and you know, you can look at it and go, cool, there's something there. But when I'm seeing the man them tell me, oh, we played well for 15 minutes, so I'm gonna take it from the game. That's just that's what he could do.
This is what he could do. He can play actual wingers at fullback. He can actually play a bit more attacking.
Yeah, but where's the attacking threat though? Most of the time though, because you're gonna play in the 10s if you do that.
But that's what I'm saying to you.
No. But the 10s, but in this 3-4-3, look at who got the assist. Wasn't it Muniz? Muniz was the one who played the ball to Mateta, right?
No, it was Muniz. It was.
No, it was Muniz.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he ain't the 10. He's the right wing back.
No, he's a right wing back.
How about this? Man United's better games have come when Ahmad, even though Ahmad's better in the 10 than he is a wing back, Man United's better games have actually come when Ahmad's played right wing back and Mazraoui's gone right centre back.
Yeah.
Ever since Mazraoui's gone right wing back, he's been cheeks.
But then they're weak in the attack months, and they have nothing up front.
And they have
No. Do you know why? No. That's wrong. Do you know why they still will be better in attack? Because
who's scoring goals?
When the wing backs are negative minded, Mazraoui will get into the high right channel position.
Okay,
and slow the whole attack down, and then it starts again. And we already know that Man United can't break down low blocks anyway. It's like when
who's scoring the goals?
No, it's not about who's scoring the goals. Mateus Nunes was Man City's outlet, and it was buns for 90 minutes. He didn't do anything.
I understand
so my point is,
I know.
If Ahmad is the deep runner from wing back position, and I don't know, Anthony, if he was still at the club on the other side, then the 10s, bro. You lot don't have enough attackers to focus. You don't have good enough players going forward to focus on 3 players being your outlets. If it's the 2 10s and the striker, that's not enough. The players aren't good enough, and it's not enough personnel to score goals consistently, especially when the guys aren't good enough. Your strikers have about 3 goals between them in the Prem, or 4 goals between them. You need to have 5 attackers, including the wing backs. Marcus Alonso at Chelsea, when he was playing wing back, was very good going forward.
Yeah.
Say what you want about him, but he was very good going forward.
For example, we played.
Even chill.
Would you play Garnacho left wing back then? Would you play Garnacho left wing back?
Yes. Anthony, play anyone, because the reason you have 3 centre backs is for losing what you get for the marauding wing backs. You have another centre back. You use your wingers. You use your 2 6s to filter the positions when your wing backs go forward. So I
hear you. But you know what it is though? You know what I feel like with this United team is here? Let me hear me out. I feel like with this Man United team, once you solve one issue, you've got another problem elsewhere.
Exactly. That's my point.
That is a problem.
You're losing anyway, Side. You're losing anyway.
We're losing anyway. But I feel like for me, I think it's too simplistic to say, put Ahmad right wing back and we're better. We've seen with Ahmad right wing back, we're still shit. And listen, it's not Ahmad's
no, you're better. I still think
you try this
level. We're better. The best thing level, and that is it.
The best thing that you might have to do, is play Ahmad right wing back, and then play Mainu probably in the 10, right? Like on the right side. Obviously play Garnacho left wing back, but then who goes in the left 10? This is what I'm saying. Who goes in the left 10, bro? You probably have to stick with Dallo or maybe play Mazraoui on that side, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've got holes. I get what you're saying, bro. It's very logical. What you're saying makes perfect sense, and I agree with it, right? But United right now, they've got holes in certain positions, like Saeed saying.
The squad's knackered, but I think we'd be less likely to call the manager if he was.
I do think.
I agree. But what happened was, you see what happened was, once Amorim realized, yo, we actually now need to get some players up in the 10 role that are better, he then realized, shit, Ahmad is actually better in the 10 role because I need creativity, I need spark up front. So he was playing him at start. Don't get me wrong, he was playing Ahmad at start, and we were better for it. But then what happened was Rashford went AWOL. Hoyland, he started to realize was shit. Xerxes, for some reason, he was a bit in and out of the team. He then started to see there was bigger issues there. So he said, you know what, Ahmad, I know you're good at right wing back. I think you're amazing there, but you know what? I need to do a job up front. You know, it's Sunday League. It's like Sunday League saying, yo, brother, I need you up there, bro. I need you there. I need you here. Because at the end of the day, I haven't got something over there.
Saeed, that's not what a manager don't get paid the big bucks. You don't step into Manchester United to tell a man, I need you to do a job, bro. That's not what you do.
But the thing is, right now, there is no options.
You know what? I think. Wait, but one thing I think you lot are missing out, Mons, is that like, look, they have addressed one of those main issues that you guys are talking about. Dorgu can play either side. He's actually a really class player, and he's perfect for the system. I think when you see just even him on one side, maybe if it's Mazarao, it does improve the fluidity of how the team's going to move forward, because you've got. For one, you can overload one side if you really want attacking wise. Just get, let's say, Diallo and Dorgu on the same side, so you know that you can move that ball down the left, for example, if it will be the left. So you know that down that side you can be dangerous. Right side maybe not so much, but it gives you that, like I say, the balance. So actually, when you are attacking, you've got one side that you can lean on. So I think, like, as much as I think we are cooking and they deserve to be cooked.
Oh shit! I don't mind you, man.
We do have to rightly acknowledge that, like, one of those key pieces to the puzzle have been missing for Amorim, which has been messing up the whole system.
I think there's available pieces there to an extent, and
I agree with you. He's
self-sabotaging. It's like when you get a group of girls together and one of them's crying and they just gaslight the one girl to think she's right about everything she's doing. It's just bare yes man and self-sabotaging. It's giving. I'm not laughing because they know what it is. No, babe, you look beautiful. No, babe,
you did nothing wrong. Honestly. Yes, you fucking did. It was all your fault, mate. What are you talking about,
brother? Listen, we ain't got no luxury of even, you know what I mean, iron out bad gal in it. You know what I'm saying? Right now, yeah, I hear you, Mont. I think it's no. Listen. You know, it's actually banter here, but Mont has to be speaking facts here. But I also agree. To an extent, Amorim could do so much more, but I still think a lot of this team's been held back by the lack of quality.
So was Ten Hag a better manager than we thought?
No, he was.
to get what he got out of
the team. You know what? Yeah, you're getting out of it. Yeah. You don't even dare do that again. Don't you dare say the word. He's the reason why we're in this mess.